The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster Sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides. Mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans. Yum! And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding. Amazing! Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
This man needs medical attention.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
98 KUPD.
Good morning, everybody. Hello there. Welcome to Tuesday. It's 5:45. My name is John. Hi. There's Brady Bogan, Brett Vesley, Big Dick Toledo. This is the Morning Sickness, and off and go for a Tuesday. And we're Major League Baseball Tuesday. We were just talking about the home run derby last night, which was
the best night of the.
It's the best baseball game of the year. It truly is. It's always the best baseball. Chicks dig the long ball, and we're all about watching home runs fly out. Pete Alonso was just ridiculous. And if you've ever people who hate baseball, I understand it. It's like people who like golf. I don't get it. How do you watch golf? I get it. Are you sweating that hard?
No.
Oh, that shirt's...
I know, it does look like that.
It looks like he's just... I was worried for a second we're going to have to call an ambulance.
Pattern.
It is humid in here, but man.
I thought Brady was having that.
Jeez, I'm taking a bath over here.
I thought that thing that we've been waiting for was occurring, and you just haven't really shown
It's not hot.
You're not because I'm hot. Okay, sorry. Nice shirt. Anyway, so yeah, Pete Alonso went nuts. But the one thing last night I was watching, I kind of started thinking to myself, I miss Chris Berman. And I never thought I'd say that. Yeah, I like
and that's got to be the best park to have the Derby in.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it was floating last night. But, yeah, I mean, I kind of miss Chris Berman, and I never thought I'd say that again. I didn't. Like, he's always been kind of annoying to me.
You would have been.
Oh, it drives me nuts, but that's the thing I miss.
But that one would have just been
it would have been great.
Far over the top.
Nonstop. And that's kind of like the thing I realize I miss is that you have that, like Howard Cosell. Nobody liked Howard Cosell on Monday Night Football, but you missed him when he was gone.
Right.
Like, it drove you nuts, and that was part of the reason you're like, geez, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed not liking Chris Berman during this broadcast until he's been removed from it. They popped him back in a couple of times, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and he had that weird pumpkin-colored hair and that strange kind of, but he always throws out that strange ref to a thing nearby or not near. Like when he was here, it was always, that one's on its way to Sedona. It's like, no, he's always got that's out in Chandler. It's like
dropping clues.
Throwing names out like he's a rock star going, the thing. I missed it because Ravi last night, it was all right. Like
Imagine Berman with DJ Khaled.
Another one. I'd watch that and I'd be like, this is driving me nuts, and I couldn't pull away.
Yeah, Alonzo would have definitely been a Khaled remix. Oh man,
it was one after another, and they were majestic. So yeah, it was kind of fun to watch. I really, I like the home run derby. I've kind of lost it for baseball this year. Like I'm a Cub fan. So.
I was just gonna say, is it because of your team? I mean, I know that has something to do with it.
Yes, and I think the worst thing that's happened to Cubs fans, at least in my opinion, is they won the World Series.
I agree.
I
actually,
exhaled completely. I'm like, I'm not. I don't follow as hard as I did.
You need more misery?
Well, yeah. I'm like, no, I don't want to dive back into this 108-year potential mess for. And, you're just kind of like, got it. Let me just have that for a little bit. I'm not going to take it for granted, and I don't want to. So I watch here and there, but.
That's how because me being the Sox fan, I'm always wearing my Sox hat, and I always get a Cubs fan come up to me, and they're like, oh, man, Sox are doing good, but I don't care. We won one already, so I'm good. And they don't care anymore. It's just done. Yeah.
It's like, that's enough. I've seen
it in my lifetime.
I spent 108 years trying to bang that chick, and we got it. And, I was.
They can figure it out from here on out instead of having a dominant club for a while.
Right. It was great. Yeah. Almost had a dominant club and kind of blew that. Oh, well.
Yeah.
There's zero, there's no bad guy in the movie. There's nothing about this that you're fighting for anymore. You've tasted it. I can still taste it when I think about it. I can still smell her perfume on the pillow is basically what I'm saying. And it's okay by me. That's all right. The World Series it's gone. So I don't follow as much as they. But there's people who say it's boring, baseball, and they're right. You try to baseball game now, especially Diamondback fans, and it is a drag. I don't know how they're going to bring new fans in with math equations and all the stuff they talk about. That's not interesting. You can't even have Bob Brinley say do-rag without losing his job for a week, and it's just kind of it's no fun. There's no like Harry Carey fun in it anymore. It's just all math. I hate math.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I'm a huge baseball fan and always have been, always will be. But I'm the same way with golf. I just don't get golf. Watching golf to me is just like, okay,
I can't. Well, I love golf,
and I'm not knocking anybody.
Yeah. Oh, I can knock them all day. They're dregs of society and they're boring people. But I don't know how you watch golf without a Tiger Woods type. I don't. That's the only time I ever watched golf when I was like. Because there were people
that
who
added
hated
to
him.
it for sure.
Like there's that star power out there.
Yeah, there's the guy who's changing the game and people chasing.
Black
now
guy into Whitey's game.
And that, too. That was the racial component was massive. And there's no denying what he for the game as far as watching it. Now, the only way to go to golf is to actually be at the tournament. And you don't watch an ounce.
Other than they're, just crushing the ball longer, which is, you got the
but it's
the only thing that stands out. It's not even close, but it's added a little spice. The whole Bryson and Koepka feud.
That's a white guy thing.
Right.
That's an old man white guy thing.
But the only thing is,
nobody knew was coming to that party.
For me, the golf, it's the big ones, like just like in tennis, Wimbledon.
Oh, you watch the
slams.
Big, yeah. I'm curious about it. I'm not going to sit and watch it like I used to, unless there's going to be an argument or some sort of weird. There has to be. Otherwise, it's just interchangeable crackers just standing there with a trophy at the end. I'm like,
who's that?
Yeah, who's this guy? Dustin, what's his name? Oh, okay, this cracker's won before. All right, good for him. And occasionally an Asian pops up. There's nobody like sitting there going, this guy can't be beat one after another, and everybody's kind of mad. I remember there was actual anger at Tiger Woods when you would watch. Like my brother, I can't stand him. It's like it's all the equipment. It's all the equipment. I'm like, it's not I'm like, anything he could say to not like. It was the equipment was better. He's getting a deal from Titleist and Nike and all this, and then he switched equipment. It's going to stink. It feels better, and everybody had this thing. And it was like, this is fun. This is what sports is. You got your rival. You got the guy you hate, and the guy you hate is always in the top 5. It was fun. Now it's like, I don't know who's that guy. Is some
Bryson is probably the closest one that people.
It's like tennis.
Stand.
Nobody new can watch tennis because Brett doesn't even know the alphabet, and you need to know every letter times 2 to know any of these names. Like they're all
Joker. That's all you need. The Joker.
You got the Joker. That's it.
Most slams of you tied,
and nobody cared.
And
like nobody outside of tennis was like, "This is magnificent." It's like they're boring people. You need somebody with a little fire. That's why the Williams sisters were so fun, and we need another hot chick in girls tennis because right now there's some bodies, but there's nothing. There's no hopping on the covers of magazines. There's no Kornikova. There's no Sharapova. There's no Navratilova.
Whoa, wait a minute. Isn't that?
Ooh. Speaking of, continuing the tradition of the Holmberg family horror film that is farming. If you remember, I told you stories about how my grandma tried to kill a chicken when my grandpa was sick because that's how they ate, but she never knew how to do it. She had fingernails, and she dug into the chicken's neck and got stuck on her hand while she was trying to chop its head off and then missed. And then, just kind of half chopped its head off. So, there's video of this. There's also a video for Christmas once of my grandpa and grandma waving on one of those old 8mm soundless things. Like, there's Grandma and Grandpa. They sent us a video. Like, yay. And they show us their Christmas tree, and they show us Alvar and Isabel standing there. It's got her Eve cigarette going, and she's in some house robe, and they're out there in 2 degrees in Mount Jewett. And then jump cuts to this odd fall strangeness of our horse, Manada, giving birth to a dead colt. And then, this is our Christmas present from these people. So the House of Horrors, and my grandpa tried to castrate the sheep, and it was the first time he'd ever done it himself, and put the rubber band over the dick and balls, and they had 8 sick ones out there in a week, and then they all just started to drop dead, and he couldn't figure out why, because he killed them all. So in the tradition of this, my cousin, I'm chatting with her on text. She's like, we got some horses. And I'm like, oh, good for you. That's great. And she goes, yeah, just found out that Gus, our latest, is a hermaphrodite. We're doing some tests to try to figure out. I didn't even know that could happen. The horse.
That's possible?
The horse is so woke in 2021 that they're playing along with this whole I don't know what I am yet thing. So they're testing the horse to see what it is. Whether it's because
does it visibly have both
I didn't get into it. I'm
that's
just
what
like
a Hermie is, isn't it?
Yeah, both sides. Yeah, you got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it's not quite developed all the way through, but you could see both, and then they're going to test it to see what it leans more towards. I didn't know horse Hermies were a thing.
That thing's just an amazing runner.
I don't know. Will it be the first Herm?
Studding and carrying.
Right. It can stud itself. Go stud yourself. So I wake up to this because my cousin's back in Indiana, so she's on a different time, and she's feeding horses at 5 a.m. Indiana time. So I got this
testing.
This text probably came through at 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, and just nonchalant. We've got 5 of them. One's a Herm, brand new one's a Herm. We're not sure what to do with it. Like, well, what you do with it? You put it. I've never heard of this before.
Wow,
I didn't even know it's a thing. But yeah, it's in our DNA that if we have animals, something horrible goes wrong with the big ones. Keep dogs and cats. We're fine with that. But good Christ,
cats not so much.
Well, cats are okay. My dad
on the farm.
Well, my dad's cat's on the farm. That's a great Holmberg's family horror farming story too. When he was about 14, his dad said, "Get these goddamn barn cats out of the barn." I guess he was probably about 10 or 11 now. But he said, "I get these barn cats out of the barn. They're gonna, start breeding. And we're gonna have a problem." So they had kittens, and my dad went up and got all these kittens in a bag, and then wrangled up the mother. Ties up these adorable little kittens and walks out to the pond that's on their land, and he lets them out of the bag, and he's kind of playing with them. He's like, "Oh, these are kind of fun. The kittens are fun." So the next thing you know, he's out there playing. He should have been working. Here comes Alvart down the walk. He sees his boy out in the thing. My dad sees his father and sees Grandpa, and he's like, "Oh boy!" And my grandpa was very strict, European. Like I told you to do something, you do something. And this is a farm. This isn't a playhouse. And so my dad bags up the cats. Throws the bag in the water and forgets to weigh it down. So now inside you just see this Jacob's Ladder type thing inside the bag of these cats trying to swim out of the bag, and it's just floating there. My dad realizes, I had one job, and it was to kill these cats. And so he takes a stick and just starts beating the bag into the...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is how my dad was raised. It's a miracle he's not a serial killer.
Every time I go by a pond on a golf course, that's all I think about after I've heard that.
Cats.
Yeah, just seeing that out there throwing. I thought he also
he
had
lobbed
rocks.
Yeah, he's trying to weigh it down. He's lobbing
bag.
rocks, but then he found this big stick and just started to knock the kittens around inside the bag. Yeah, that was it. That's the farm. That's farm living.
And not an uncommon thing.
Not at all. Getting rid of barn cats is very normal. Oh, I'd answer the door on a regular basis at my grandparents' house, and some drifter with a shotgun would be standing there. Nobody bats an eye. "You guys got any animals you need taken care of? I'm a little short on cash."
Put them down and get them out.
And kill that dog over there. It's like, what? Yeah, the Peterson's dog next door there. It looks to be struggling. Well, you got to give you $85 for that and remove. Like, I say thank you for very much. Just seconds later, you hear a shotgun.
Hauls it away.
Nobody says a thing. It's crazy. I got a pig I need shot, and he put it right up against its head. Back, right up against right up the back, and blow its face off. And nobody had a problem with it.
Your farm
and still
sounds...
they loved bacon.
Yeah.
Your farm sounds like a song that Marcus would be playing on Into the Pit or something like that.
It is the Into the Pit of farm. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. We got to raise ducklings as a little guy. Got to pick our ducks out. And Easter rolls around.
I can see where this is going.
We had duck. Like, what happened to those little ducks? So they grew up into real ducks, and enjoy your meal.
That one's supper. That one's named dinner.
Yeah,
that one is.
Yeah, we loved those things. Yeah, well, love lasts so long on the farm. My pony, Harry, who I fell in love with, I had a Shetland pony named Harry. And that moment where you're almost like an erudite British royal, up to grandmother and grandfather's ranch, and you ride your pony. You have your little pony, Harry. Harry got sold and turned into glue. Just the first person that offered my grandpa money. Yeah, he's only up here every third weekend. You know what? Make him glue. And then he took a couple $100 and sold my pony.
Move him on.
Yeah, he didn't need that. It was costing him money. It's horrible. So, Hermaphrodite horse is in my now, somewhere down the line of my DNA. My cousin Sean's up there in Indiana. She's running Hermie farms for confused LGBTQ horses. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know. I thought animals made up their mind. I didn't know.
No,
I know they can have that, but I thought you put them down or something.
You just don't see it too often.
Yeah, I thought like human babies, you just put those down and say try again.
They still stay in the closet for the most part.
You just dress them. You dress them the way
they
you
hide
choose,
it the whole
right?
time.
Yeah, because I wouldn't. But, I mean, I guess it's something. And then the vets have to come out, and then you got to pay for some operation, and I don't get it. But
or they're pushed out of the herd. Get out of here!
Weird. Just a strange way to start your day. Hi, John. How you been? Oh, Shawnee, it's good to talk to you. So we got horses, and one's got a dick and a vag, and we're working on that. I'm like, wait a minute. Rewind that. What? What? So if you run into my cousin Sean up there in the region, tell her I said sorry or congratulations. I don't know how to do that. Do you say that to somebody?
Woke Farms.
Oh, it's woke. Because people have those parties where the blue and pink and stuff, and I've always wanted the gray balloon to come up for either a stillborn or it comes out goofy. Hilarious. That's a great thing. If I was in charge of somebody's stupid gender reveal party, I'd put gray powder in all the balloons. Gray? Yeah, it's a gray area. We're not sure what you're going to do. We don't think it's going to make it. It's a high-risk birth. You're 42.
With the number 21 on the balloon?
Yeah, it's I get it. It's chromosomes. It's not right. The balloon is deflated a little. What's this? Oh, 21 gray. Sorry about that. Give a little 21 gun salute for it. But yeah, those things would be great, but nobody ever has that. And are you supposed to say congratulations when someone has a herm?
Sure.
Are you? Hey.
Depends on how they're presenting it.
Yeah.
This is my newest horse. And
not horse, like real human baby, because herm babies happen a lot.
Yeah.
You don't ever hear about it. Nobody's ever proud of it.
No one leads with that.
No one's ever proud of it. As woke as you think you are, no one ever goes, well, we had a baby.
This thing's a hermy.
Turns out it was a herm, and we had to make some choices.
Well, congratulations.
It happens all the time. I've talked to doctors that say, oh, it's pretty common. Like not like 80%, but it's pretty common that babies come out a little bit halvesy.
Biggest rumor in the celebrity world.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. And whether that's true or not.
Well, her mother was on Donahue and mentioned that there was complications at birth with gender, which started the whole thing, and that was in a book.
She looked good in Trading Places.
She did. The cans were, I don't care if that thing had a wang or not. The cans were
going
fantastic. Those things were great. Yeah, just move it out of the way. What is this, a front tail? Get this out of the way. Where's the honey hole? Oh, you got both. Interesting. Well, I'm not putting that in my mouth, but I will. It'll rest on my forehead while I do my damage. I'm going down there for the other half of the buffet. It is like being in Vegas. I don't want any shrimp, but I'll eat the egg.
I remember it seems like everyone in their high school, there was a guy that had, we had one guy that had 3 nipples.
That's kind of fun. That's not so bad.
And it's not that uncommon, I don't think.
No, third nipples are kind of neat. Yeah. I think I have a mole that might be half nipple.
Yeah.
Like it's right here. I think it might be a little nipple.
And that's what the third one was kind of micro. They was like, it kind of looks like a mole, but then you look at it and like,
mine's a mole.
There's a little half pepperoni going on there.
I don't have any areola around it, but I've always thought, it might be some nipple on that. I think I might have a little protuberance. What are you going to do? Third nipples are fun. That's its story. Somebody'd tell you, like your friends would be like, had a baby. Oh, congratulations. You got 3 nipples. Like it would tell you, but he wouldn't go, it's herm. Nobody's ever that proud of their kid. Ever. Nobody, they say, I love it no matter what. 10 fingers, 10 toes. Okay. He's got both Jennies. You're not going to start sharing that story, are you? Well, no, we're going to keep that quiet because I don't love it that much. That's embarrassing. If Curbs came out herm, you wouldn't start telling people, well, it's herm. We got some decisions. You'd have made the choice, and you'd have never said
I draw the line at feet.
You'd have never said a word. Yeah, you might have actually. You might have said something. Came out herm. Got a nice little mustache. Half of edge. It's pretty great. I'm going to tour it. So, anyway, what are you going to do? If you've had a herm horse before, I didn't know that. And to veterinarians on the planet, amazing skills. I'm going to stop going to doctors. Vets have it figured out.
The drugs are better.
Well, the prices are a little better, but not much. They fix them all, though. There's a guy out there who will take care of your dog, your goat, your cat, your bird, your horse. Same guy. And he's going to be the guy that performs surgery to make this horse that my cousin Sean has whole. Think about that.
And it's like, well, if it just didn't take. Oh, well, we tried.
I mean, I have to go to a shoulder guy, a different hip guy. I have to go to a guy for my chest. I have to go to a guy for my nose, ear, nose, and throat. I get a different one for everybody. This guy, he'll do a herm operation and give your dog penicillin.
That's the thing about vets. Although they started to specialize a little more,
they do have.
But back in the day,
but they specialize by disease.
They had to cover everything.
They don't specialize by animal for the most part. There's a couple that do just cats and birds and stuff. But I mean, that's pretty impressive. You got a bird guy. It's like, I specialize in birds, but I'll handle your dog or your horse with both.
But just imagine, I mean, the vet was like, "Here's what it is." Well, like if your dog has a bad knee or the joints over there, they're specialists on that. Yeah. But
an eye
vet
doctor
has to cover everything for the most part.
For all animals, yeah. You can't just get one.
You know what? We're going to cut this one off.
I mean, think
Hopefully
about it.
It works.
You specialize in hermaphrodite horses. I mean, what kind of business are you running? Maybe like 3 a year? Most people just hit it with a hammer, I think.
You're playing a lot of golf.
This thing's got a...
You're a true specialist.
It's a gelding and a... Well, there's something going on here. I don't know. It looks like it's been born without or with... hit it with a hammer. We'll do another one. That's basically how farmers are. Anyway, just a few stories about the farm. We'll get into some other stuff later. Let's get a wake-up song and start this day off proper, shall we? 585-9800, a good one, and we'll scream it together. It's 98 KUPD. Wake up!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell?
98.
I'm not this at all.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.